Hey, we are about to start the holiday training. Come join me. We got holiday training here today. It is noon. It is Christmas Eve. Everybody join me. We're going to have a special holiday training. You're going to love it. Join us. And it's going to start in a couple minutes here. Right there. Here we go. Let me get to where we're got. All right, everybody. My personal mission, not only in life, but here today, is simply to empower you, to empower others. Today we have an extraordinary opportunity because we can reach about 1/8 of the world and change the world in one simple day. If I can empower you, or at least 1,000 of you today, in order to empower another 1,000 people, to empower another 1,000 people to be happy, 1,000 times 1,000 times 1,000 is 1 billion people, about 1/8 of this universe. 1/8 of the world can be empowered to be happy. There's nothing more important in life than to be happy. And I'm going to teach through my journey lessons of happiness. It's really simple, of how to make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and have a lot of fun. My definition of happiness is really simple. It's the enjoyment of the consistent, everyday, persistent, without quit, pursuit of your potential. And there's one thing that I know. Happy people don't have disease. They don't destroy, right? They don't have to be, they're amazing. Happy people don't do bad things. Number one, you have to be happy to give it to other people. And if you're not feeling happy, then go ask for help. Ask for help. Ask somebody, can you please help me? This is what I need to be happy.
But today I came with expectation to like feel that energy today, because I just was like, if I could just get here to listen to your story today, that would inspire me. And I just really want to say thank you. That's why I came back, because it was just in me just to come back at least to say thank you. You might not have been where I'm at right now, but your story still inspired me regardless.
All of you live in the world of more than enough, with me and through me. And so if all of us can live with gratitude, empathy, accountability, and effective communication, if all of us can consistently, every day, persistently, without quit, enjoy the pursuit of that blessing, that potential, that truth, we can manifest everything we desire. And if I can empower you to be happy, to empower others to be happy, that's what makes me happy. Thank you. All right. Wow. Thank you so much. Welcome to holiday training. A little bit different this year. Virtually, we had to protect people and be safe, but it's still the same story. What we're going to teach is the relationship of giving and how we don't want to live in a world of not enough. In a scarce world, so many of us right now feel like we're victims. Things are happening to us. We cannot live in this world of why me. We need to move past even the world of just enough for me. I lived in that world for so long. If I wasn't happy, I'd buy more things. If I wasn't happy, I'd buy different things. If I wasn't happy, I'd buy things to impress people. I'd even buy things I don't need to impress people I don't like. In a world of just enough. A world where I believe, and most people do, the more I give, the more I receive. But what I learned was completely different, that there's this world that I mentioned in the video, a world of more than enough of everything for everyone, somewhere between limitlessness and infinity, that we can exist and allow life not to be to us as victims or for us, but through us for everyone. I am here in a world of more than enough to give my life away. And so are you. And giving no longer means a negotiation, that I need to negotiate for what I give so I can receive something or more or different. And it's no longer a trade, a quid pro quo, that if I give, I will receive. And it has no conditions of acknowledgement, reputation, and recognition and ego involved, but simply, unconditionally, to give and allow it to come through us for others. The paradigm needs to be shifted with the 5 daily practices and those 4 values of gratitude, giving us the perspective to find the light, the love, and the lessons in everyone, to search for the superpowers, no matter where we are today. And most importantly, forgiveness. I used to think forgiveness would bring us peace. It brings so much more than peace. It brings certainty. If we can forgive the unforgivable, you will live a certain existence. Forgiveness brings you peace and certainty, and accountability will give us control. That we are accountable for everything in our lives to come through us for others. That we are accountable. We must ask ourselves, what did I do to attract it to myself? And 2, what am I supposed to learn from it? We must utilize 5 daily practices in order to effectuate an idea that there is more than enough of everything, that we are here not only connected to each other. Of course, a tree would not go to war against, a branch would not go to war against another branch, or the tree would die. But even more importantly than what we're connected to, what are we connected from? The greatest source of light, love, and lessons. That's what we're connected from, through us, with appreciation, us adding value to give it away. And so if we are going to shift the paradigm of giving, the most powerful thing, right? Giving is extraordinary. It's like happiness. If somebody gives, serotonin is released in their mind. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, biochemically and emotionally, we're happy. And the person receiving the gift, also dopamine is released, and oxytocin and serotonin and endorphins. But the power of happiness and the power of giving lies within the fact that simply by witnessing it, just as we have in that previous video, simply by witnessing happiness, it's viral. It strengthens us mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and even financially. It actually will strengthen your immune system and protect you against others. No weapon formed against us will prosper when happiness and giving are our ways. We have to shift the paradigm from the trading and negotiation and scarcity of the world of not enough and just enough to this abundant world of more than enough, simply by receiving from the unlimited source of everything through us for others. We will receive so we can give, not give to receive in some kind of trade. You can live in this abundant world. We just need to understand how to effectuate the law of gravity, the law of Goya, getting off your ass, and the law of attraction. We need to work within the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious continuum to elevate our frequency for the benefit of others. We need to take inventory of our values, personal, experiential, giving and receiving values every single day. And we need to ask for help, as the video said. We need to ask for help. We need to learn that there are no gatekeepers, that we don't need to lie, manipulate, steal, oversell, back-end sell, work our butts off to go over, under, around, or through. We have the key of giving, the key of unconditional love and giving, the key of abundance that opens the door and allows us walk right through to the kingdom in which we already exist in. We have the ability to look at everyone as a sponsor or a power sponsor of ours, and learning the question, do you know anyone that can help me? And either that person can help you or they know someone that can help you. Also, we need to be students. We need to understand that what we pay attention to and give attention to will equal the coincidences in our life, the mathematical equation of luck. We need to stay present, especially today, and have control of our mindset, what we think, our heart set, what we feel. And of course, what we think, say, do, and believe, the aggregate of the subconscious and unconscious competencies that we have that result in our personality traits, our characteristics, our obsessions and addictions. And if we do that, we can enter the world of abundance of more than enough of everything for everyone. We will be capable of living in this abundant world, and we will receive more so we can give more. Most people don't have a problem giving. When I speak around the world, some of those videos you saw, I would ask, who here likes to give? Everyone would raise their hand immediately. When I asked who here likes to receive, there's always some interference, corrosion, some hesitation, if some people wouldn't even raise their hands. Most of us don't feel worthy of everything, not only that we have, but what we're connected to. Most of us, the difficulty and interference is created because we don't feel worthy of everything we're connected to. We don't feel worthy of all abundance that exists, that we're connected to and through. You need to shift that energy. You need to know that you are here to receive so you can give, not give to receive. We need to share this virus of happiness and giving by giving more and having more so it can come through us to give more again. This is how we're going to create a collective consciousness of happiness through unconditional giving. No more judgments, conditions, and attacks that are put upon us through the fear that we have. Either primal fears or secondary fears that need to be right, offended, separate, inferior, superior, anxious, frustrated, angry, all of those different things. We need to move into the world of more than enough. Too many of us live in a world of not enough where we feel like victims, especially now. Some of us live in the world of for me, of just enough, where we're buying things we don't need for people we don't even like or to impress people we don't even like. Let's move. Let's shift. Let's focus on receiving. I appreciate everybody. We have created an exercise virtually for everyone to participate in. For everyone to participate in. You can see, by the way, I want to thank the ugly sweater people for my 2-minute drill sweater. Email me for this exercise, for the guide, david@dmeltzer.com. Text me 949-298-2905 if you want to join in. We will show you through this video the power of more than enough, the power of giving. We will show you how this virus of happiness is spread not only by giving, not only by receiving, but by witnessing it itself. I've done this for over 20 years in the community, and have illustrated. The funniest thing before we get started, and please, put in some questions. We got a Q&A session coming up. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Text me, 949-298-2905. All of the guides, exercises, my books are free. Just grab it. All the replays are available on Spotify, Entrepreneur, everywhere. But please, please watch this video. Join us in the exercise. Send us a video of the exercise. Let us know the lessons that you learned through this exercise. But the funny thing is for me is I've been doing this 20 years. And when I did it the first time, I was sobbing and bawling, and it was the most extraordinary. The whole community got involved. And I thought, gosh, can I do it a second year? Everybody already knows what the exercise is. But I did it anyway. And I did the exercise, and the same thing happened. And year 3, the same thing happened. Year 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here I am today virtually. And I've lost the fear that it's not going to work. You know why? Because the truth vibrates the fastest. Happiness and giving, they cure all. If you're anxious, frustrated, angry, separated, inferior, superior, resentful, guilty, any of these feelings during the holiday, simply follow this exercise of giving unconditionally, of giving and witnessing and showing your happiness to others. Please join me in this exercise as all of the people have. I want to thank them all for participating. I can't wait to show you the video. I have not seen it yet. While you're watching the video, put your Q&A in there. Give me a chat. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Text me at 949-298-2905. I will give you my guides, my books, my exercises, all for free. I'll pay for shipping. Sign it for the holidays. I don't care. Every day is New Year's Day for me. Every day is Christmas Day for me. Every day is Christmas Eve for me. Here we go. All right, I'd like to show you the video. I'm going to grab this here. Let's get that video rolling, Matty boy. Thank you. As you know, for over 20 years, I've been doing free trainings, but my favorite training that I've done for over 20 years is holiday training. And because of COVID, I can't utilize what we normally do, go out into the community because we want to keep everyone safe. So what I'd like to do instead is encourage all of my employees, all of my community members, all of the Meltzer 1000, all of my coaching clients to go out experientially and safely within the context of the rules and regulations of COVID and experience giving on all 3 levels. Give, receive, and witness, and allow others to do the same. Because if you can give, others can give, and if you can be happy, we can make other people happy and other people happy. Imagine Dave Meltzer's mission of empowering over 1 billion people achieved through what? Giving. Because when we give, serotonin is released. We are happy. When we receive, we are happy. And just witnessing it creates happiness. And if we can give more of ourselves, receive more from others, and witness more giving, exponentially, this will compound upon itself in order to do so. Internally, I was faced with a challenge. My 10-year-old son who never wants anything. This boy, he has sat on the side next to Kobe Bryant on the court with Diane Cannon. He had with Luke Walton telling him, just sit here on the towels, to the second row with Bomber at Clipper games. But for the first time, my son asked me for something. He asked me for a PS5 more than I could chew. I couldn't find one anywhere. I tried to get it. I then moved from I can get one for free to I'm going to pay for it to, as our holiday that my family celebrates came up, to I better buy this. And I let my ego get in the way. And I went and on one of the websites and I paid twice as much to make my son happy. And I'm not sure at the time when I bought it if it was more to make him happy or to prove to myself I was a good father in some monetary sense. I don't know which one it was, to be honest. But the funny thing was, the minute that I put the order in and I was going to send out one of my employees to go drive 90 miles to go pick this thing up to pay twice as much, lo and behold, within literally 60 seconds, I got a DM from one of the most generous people I've ever met who said, David, I want to thank you for empowering others to empower others to be happy. You do so much for everyone else. I want to send your son a PS5. Now, I demanded I paid for it. He would not accept. He won't even give me his address. I still don't know his address. All I know is his name and his phone number. And lo and behold, it shows up. And when I gave it to Miles, I've never seen him more excited about anything. And it was so nice to be able to give someone that I care so much about something they really wanted. I decided that we would give the other one to Miles' oldest friend, Emmy. The minute it came here, we immediately wrapped it up, back up, and we sent it off to Emmy so that two people can experience that gift as we all have experienced when we were young. That one gift that you remember. I remember my battery-operated car. This is back when there wasn't very many battery-operated cars. My grandfather owned an auto parts store, United Auto Parts, and within literally 15 minutes, that thing broke, and he had to rewire it with black electric tape. I remember there was a red wire and a black wire and a battery. But look, I'm 52 years old, and I don't remember very many gifts. And I remember that one. I'm going to tell you, when you watch what happened between these two, they're going to remember it for life. And it wouldn't have happened but for the generosity of my unknown friend on Instagram, the one with no address and just a phone number, who actually, people promise me things all the time. It actually came, he FedExed it, it arrived, we repacked it, sent it out to Emmy, and I can tell you one thing, it made me so happy, and it made my son happy, it made Emmy happy, and all you that witness it will be happy as well. I hope this video helps you as it has me to witness happiness. Happy holidays, everyone. All right. Whew. That's what it's about. Witnessing happiness. And I want everyone to go out, and whether it's doing an unknown good deed, a known good deed, whatever you can do to spread this virus of happiness by giving unconditionally, by trusting and having faith that, number one, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're at the right place at the perfect time. Don't worry about what's happening outside of you. Look within you. That's what you have control of. You cannot find outside of you what you can't find inside of you. And I want you to look inside of you. And I want you to find what you can give. And I want you to go give it. Whatever it may be, I want you to go do it. You will feel, you will share, they will feel, they will share, and those who witness it as well. It will change the consciousness of the outside. It will change the consciousness of the world. And we can't just do it on Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve, on Christmas Day or New Year's Day or any other holiday. Every day is a new year. Every day is a new year where we have to implement these values of gratitude, allowing us to know that pain is just an indicator that we have a lesson to learn. And I want us to share the lesson of giving. I want us to share the lesson of more than enough. I want us to share the lesson of appreciation, of adding value to what already exists, more than enough. Appreciation, when a house appreciates, it adds value. You are appreciating when you're giving. You are appreciating everything and everyone around you and appreciating what you are connected with and to at all times to allow it to come through you. Let's shift the paradigm of giving from a world of not enough or just enough, where we're giving to receive in some sort of conditional, judgment-based negotiation or trade. Let's make it unconditional. Let's know that we're exactly where we're supposed to be at the right place at the perfect time. And we are going to give an angle to what we want. Notice I said angle. We don't know the direct trajectory. One thing I've learned as I got older and older, the more that I learn, the more I learn that I have more to learn. And therefore, I am just angling towards what I want in this giving process. But the one thing I want you to have is faith that you're going to end up somewhere better. Faith that everything is coming through you. You're here from nowhere. You are now here. Just move the W. You then will be nowhere some other day, and you are here to give your life away. You witnessed what it's like to give your life away. You witnessed what it's like to give unconditionally. You've witnessed what it's like for those people to receive and to understand and to feel great. And how great did it feel to witness it? Let's continue this process. Let's continue this effort to empower others with this gratitude and forgiveness and accountability and inspiration. Let's empower others to give. Let's empower others to feel good about receiving. You are worthy of everything that you have. You are worthy of everything that you will receive. It already exists. Use your free will to clear the interference of the fear that you have, the doubt that you have, the primal fear and secondary fear when you feel alone or separate or anxious or frustrated or angry. Separate yourself from that by giving. Give your way through pain. Give your way through anxiety. Give your way unconditionally, knowing and having faith that by giving your way through these things, that you will end up in a better place, in a better situation, and even make your situation as it stands better than it is. This is the most powerful thing in the world. Giving creates happiness. Happiness strengthens us mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. It will even strengthen your immune system. It will protect you against all that attack. And if you can use this perspective and stop being a victim, nothing's happening to you. Stop being a why me person. Be a try me person. And if you're living in that world of just for me, that scarce world, buying things you don't need, if you're not happy, buying different things, if you're not happy again, buying more things, if you're not happy again, impressing other people with what you bought or people you don't even like with what you bought, instead, please learn that you are worthy of everything you receive. Live in the world of limitlessness and infinity. Live in the world of more than enough, of everything for everyone. I want you to join me. I would love to share with you my books, my guides, my exercises. We have them all available from the whole year. They're featured on Spotify. Go check out the playbook. They're on there. Let's put some more questions and answers. I see it's loading up. Put in the Q&A session so we can get a Q&A. But all you have to do is email me, david@dmeltzer.com, or text me to join my text community, 949-298-2905. Also, 2-Minute Drill is coming out January 8th on Bloomberg TV, on Amazon Prime Video. Check it out. It's a great season 2 will be June. If you haven't tried out for it, email me if it's something. There's over $50,000 each episode of cash and prizes. Over $50,000 at each episode. Please, let's share. Let's empower each other to empower others to be happy. Most of all, I want to wish everyone, no matter what you believe, may all your holidays be happy and healthy. Please give and be happy. Share the giving, share the happiness. You are worthy of everything you receive. All right, everyone, let's take some Q&A. We'll get it started here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you spending the holiday with your family? Well, after this, my holiday will begin. I will get out of the closet and I am going to play games with my family. We're going to spend time having meals together. I am staying at home. I'm not traveling, adhering to the guidelines or suggestions for COVID. And we are going to enjoy our family together. I have all 4 of my children here, and we will share games and meals and TV and football and other things all together. Blessed to be here together. What's the difference between motivation and inspiration? So motivation will get you up, get you back up, get you started, get you back started, but it's going to not get you there. It's a soul sucker. If you think you can stay motivated all the time, you're fooling yourself and you're fooling me. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to me. The difference between motivation and inspiration is motivation can be fear-based. It can soul suck you. You can get up, get back up, get started, get restarted with fear-based emotion and other things that motivate you, like a compelling event, anything emotional. But inspiration takes an ability to enjoy the consistent, everyday, persistent, without quit pursuit of your potential. That's the real game, a segmented, long game. People, they don't mind hard, but they have difficulty with long. They have difficulty with staying consistent, persistent in the pursuit of their potential. Happiness, remember, there is no pursuit of happiness. Happiness is pursuing. Happiness is the pursuit. If you can enjoy and look for the light, the love, and the lessons in everything you do, and seek the superpowers in others and everything, you will enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit, and you will be happy pursuing. How do I get into the flow? Well, you're always in the flow. It's how do I diminish the interference or corrosion I've created between me and what I'm always connected to? That's the bigger question. Free will, our free will is not just allowing, it's a ferocious persistence of clearing the way for what we want to come to us. Utilizing what? The law of gravity that says everything is pulled down to us. The law of Goya, get off your ass, right? Make it happen. Nothing happens till it moves, like Einstein and so many other great scientists has told us. And then the law of attraction will apply when we clear the way. If the pressure is coming towards us, and everything already exists, and we know how to order it through what we think, say, do, and believe in the unconscious competencies we have of personality traits, characteristics, obsessions, and addictions, then we can use this superpower to clear the way for what we want, trusting the law of gravity will pull it down to us. That's how we get into the flow, by shifting our perspective of not going and controlling and getting, but allowing it to happen with a complete blend of ferocious, persistent behavior and patience. Patience, taking time out of the available and replacing patience with faith. If you have faith, patience is easy. If you have faith that at the right place at the perfect time, everything's going to come through you for others, you will have no problems at all. In fact, you'll also alleviate the resistance and it will come faster. That's the irony of the whole situation. What's something you wish you did more as a kid? Stretch. And also eat. The 2 things I wish I did more, stretch. I took it for granted. I should have been stretching every single day. And 2, eating. I know that sounds funny, but I couldn't gain weight. And so I had to eat at midnight when I played college football just so I could keep my weight. Full meat burritos with bag of French fries, literally like a shopping bag of French fries. And my dad used to tell me I was going to gain weight when I turned 30. And as I got older, I'd gain. I said, there's not a chance. Same way my kids tell me, not a chance I could ever gain weight. Man, I didn't appreciate the ability just to eat every single thing that I saw. It was an amazing blessing. So I wish I would have eaten more and appreciated it, but most importantly, stretched. What did you do when someone's open to listening, but you don't feel like you're being heard? Well, remember, it's not what you say, it's what they hear. And so in order to make sure they're hearing you, you need to ask plenty of questions of what they like and what they don't like. You have to create an atmosphere of interest so that you're more interested than interesting, and so are they. You also, beyond asking questions of what they like and what they don't like, open-ended and closed-ended questions, you need to summarize and get confirmation. So many times, and I know it's frustrating for those who live with me and those who work with me, but I give confirmation. Tell me what I said. What is it? Nope, that's not right. It's very frustrating to be with me. But it's not what I say, it's what they hear, and I want to make sure they're hearing what I intend them to hear, not what they think they hear or what they don't remember. Lou Holt said that, by the way. It's not what I say, it's what they hear. Great football coach for Notre Dame. So if I don't feel like I'm being heard, then I ask more questions about what they like and don't like about what I said, and I get a confirmation that they hear or are aligned with what I'm trying to say. Don't have to agree with it. I just need alignment that they actually heard what I'm saying. And they can have their own opinion. I am very open-minded, which is a great lesson that I've learned for 2021 on open-mindedness, that I'm seeking people with an open mind. I'm seeking people to empower others. I'd much rather have someone that is not within my spectrum with an open mind than someone that is directly low-hanging fruit in the spectrum of people that I think would resonate to my frequency but have a closed mind. I've wasted so much time, energy. I have learned that it takes over literally as much energy to convince someone with a closed mind as it does 1,000 people with an open mind to share a vision. What are you working towards right now? Right here. This is what I'm working towards right now. My best project to empower people on how to share a vision. 2-minute drill on Bloomberg, on Amazon, $50,000 of cash and prizes, January 8th. You got to check it out. You're going to love it. You got to try out for the show if you haven't. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com, dmeltzer.com/pitch. We'd love to have you on season 2. We have so much fun. If you want to be a partner or be a judge, let me know as well. We are trying out people right now as well for season 2. You're going to love season 1 though. I am currently working towards this great show. How do you change your internal thermostat? Well, it takes time, first of all. There is a continuum to change your quantum memory, your unconscious competency, your internal thermostat, right? And people have it for everything. They have it for their health. They have it for their relationships. They have it for money. We see it all the time. No matter where you get, you end up being at the same place economically, health-wise, relationship-wise. Why? Because it's quantum. And in order to shift that, we have to work within the whole continuum of consciousness. We have to continually enjoy the consistent, persistent pursuit of what we want in that change. And the way that we do that is to do it every day. You can't zero yourself out. You can't do it 3 days, 1 day off, 3. That doesn't work. You need to pay attention to and give intention to the coincidence that you want every single day. And eventually determine upon how set it is within your quantum nature, within 21 days or 21 years or 21 lifetimes, it will become a neural pathway in your mind and eventually activate within the context of your unconscious, your quantum memory, your internal thermostat, and adjust it. Most things don't take 21 years or 21 lifetimes. A lot of things will just take 21 days. But we do say things that have been inherited from 4 generations or past lives down, certain diseases, for example, alcoholism, an addiction to anything. Those things may take more than 21 days to create the neural pathway and then to access the neural pathway every day to activate the depression. Thank you. I see that there. Depression, absolutely. But remember, within the context of your quantum memory, you can improve. It's a matter to me of practice, of progress. I tell people all the time, I'm looking for progress, not perfection. There's 3 things I'm looking for. Did you do your best? What did you learn? And do you have fun? If you're pursuing something to change that internal thermostat, ask yourself those 3 magic questions that I ask my kids and all the kids I coach and all the people I'm with. Number 1, did you do your best? 2, Did you learn anything, and what is it, so I can learn? You pay the dummy tax. I'm paying a lot for everybody else. I like to receive some as well. And then finally, did you have fun? Did you enjoy it? That's how we adjust our internal thermostat, our quantum being, our nature, our characteristics, obsessions, addictions, etc. How can we give to others if we don't have a lot to give? This is the crux of the question. You need to have a lot. You need to have a lot. If you don't have a lot to give, then you should be focusing in on receiving so you can give. So many people, look, within the context of taking inventory of your values, and it not taking just money, right? My mom never made a penny, but she received so much education and she gave it all away. It came through her and she empowered. I still have 50-year-old doctors come up to me and say, "Oh my gosh, are you Karen's son? She changed my life. She was amazing." I'm like, "Oh, what did my mom do?" "Oh, she was my second grade teacher." Giving what she received. She paid attention and gave attention so much to empowering children with education, her own and other people's children. It doesn't just have to be money. You need to receive what you have and you want to give away according to your own values. And don't be afraid of being a hypocrite. Don't be afraid of changing your mind. Don't be afraid of pivoting and saying, "I'm angling towards something different than I was when I was 18, 28, 38, or 48. It's fine. I've been doing it my whole life. Changing what I want. And not being afraid of telling people I don't know what I don't know, and I didn't know what I didn't know, and I was pursuing the wrong things. I wanted this now to be happy. So receive. How to find a cause to get behind. Do not find a cause to get behind. Do not. What you want to do is find yourself. The cause will appear. Find yourself. Take inventory of your values every day, personal, experiential, giving and receiving. Ask for help from people that sit in a situation of what you want. Take inventory of your capabilities, your skills, your knowledge, your desire. See how they're aligned with and synergistic and supplementary to what's doing well, stable, or what is going to be doing well in the future, or something that you want to do. The causes will come. Something will arise into your awareness. The level of your vibration and frequency, by rising that, will allow you to see different things, and the causes will appear. And they will find you. You don't have to find them. You cannot find outside of you what you can't find within. So look in, take inventory of your values, take inventory of your capabilities, allow the cause to find you. And utilizing the skills, the knowledge, and the desire, those capabilities that you have that are synergistic to the cause, you will provide more value because you are giving what you've received. You're living in the world of more than enough, in an abundant world between limitlessness and infinity. You can do it. Allow the causes to find you. Not a question. Just thank you so much for everything. Happy holidays. Thank you, everyone. Please send me an email, david@dmeltzer.com. I'd love to send you a holiday gift, a book, exercise guide, anything you want. Just go ahead, reach out, david@dmeltzer.com. Text me 949-298-2905. Would love to be of service. When you say don't be a tube, what does that mean? That's one of my Uncle Larry's sayings that I just love. Most people, 87% of the people, 99% of the statistics I say are made up. So 87% of the people live as tubes. What do I mean by that? They literally live to put food in their mouth and let it go through their system like a tube. There's nothing else. There's no enjoyment of a consistent, persistent pursuit of their potential. They literally live the myth of Sisyphus, like Camus wrote, just pushing a boulder to the top of the hill just to have it roll down to the bottom. They're tubes. They're only concerned about making sure they got enough to eat and they poop it out. Like a tube. There's nothing else there. There's no inspiration there at all. There's no connection. There's no giving away. There's no receiving other than that to sustain itself. An existence of the myth of Sisyphus. Instead, plateau and grow. Plateau and grow. Live your life with the inventories, the 5 daily practices, the values that I teach. Live your life and give it away. Give something away that you have, whatever that may be, monetary or not, it doesn't matter. I believe in making a lot of money to help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Money does not buy happiness, but it allows you to shop. And if you shop for the right things, I promise you'll be happy. But you're not going to know the right things unless you take inventory of your values and your capabilities, and you're not going to get enough of it unless you take inventory of your values and your capabilities and learn how to be efficient, effective, and statistically successful. Live your life with the lens of productivity. Look looking at everything, how I can provide value or service to everything and everyone I'm connected to. Live your life with a lens of accessibility. How accessible am I to others to provide value or service? But also accessibility is a bifocal accessibility of how am I accessing what I want? How quickly, rapidly, and accurately am I receiving what I want with that lens of accessibility? And of course, most importantly, as we learned today from the Billions video and the holiday video, which hopefully has inspired you to use the lens of gratitude, to use the unconditional lens, the judgment-free lens of gratitude, the ability to see pain as an indicator, a turn signal that you have a lesson to learn, the ability to seek what you want, the light, the love, and the lessons of what you want, the ability with gratitude to know that you have lit your candle with inspiration, and the only way to stop your candle from burning is to light somebody else's candle. Remember, if you hold your own candle in the world of just for me, the candle's going to burn down. That's what happened to me in my 30s. It was burning down, and you'll eventually burn out. But if you take that light and inspiration and you light some other candles, one at a time, it stops your candle from burning. So light other people's candles with your inspiration. Light up people's candles with what you've received. Give your life away. Live in an abundant world, not in the world of just enough for me, where your candle's burning, or the worst world of not enough, where there's no light in your candle. You're a victim. Why me? But no, live your life. Try me. Let me find the light, the love, and the lessons through the lens of gratitude. Productivity, accessibility, and gratitude. Live your life and don't be a tube. How can we get rid of negative repeating thoughts? Okay. First of all, we want to control the amount of negativity in our lives by canceling it. And sometimes if we can't cancel the thought or can't cancel the people around us or cancel the idea that we're watching, they keep repeating. We know it's in the subconscious. So what we want to do is practice ending that or shortening the time zone that it repeats by what? Stop, drop, and roll. You stop, breathe like a Buddha. I call it the ferocious Buddha. Breathe through your nose, out through your mouth until you get to your higher self, your higher frequency. In order to get to your higher frequency, it's counterintuitive. You have to drop down. You have to drop down to your highest frequency by breathing into center or neutrality. Drop down into your highest frequency so you can roll into the positive direction and relieve, dissolve, and dissipate those negative thoughts. If they still occur, you can shift your energy. I have an energy shifter. Now, this might be a little bit too woo-woo for most of you. I call this in my book, and if you want this, I will send you the book, Connected to Goodness, for free. I'll sign it. I'll pay for shipping. David@dmeltzer.com. Go ahead, reach out. We talk extensively about cancel negative thoughts and negative things, clear our mind by being a ferocious Buddha, by breathing through our nose, out through our mouth, dropping down to our highest frequency. But we also have a system of shifting our energy. Now, when I was young, my guru told me that I carried an energy that I was stupid. Now, I didn't believe her. I said, what are you talking about? I may be insecure about the size of my nose or how talentless I am on a football field, but I was not insecure about my intellect. And she said, no, you think you're smart. In fact, that's part of the problem because you projected that onto so many people and surrounded yourself with people that told you how smart you were because you carried an energy that you were stupid. And the reason I carried an energy I was stupid is that I was hyperactive when I was young, and my grandma helped out my mom because she worked 2 jobs and would watch us sometimes, and I'd tell my grandma that I was bored, and she would tell me, only stupid people get bored, smart people think of things to do. And this had been ingrained in me so many times, and then the pressures of my siblings being all Ivy League, summa cum laude, super smart, academic, intellectual people, I felt inferior, and it shifted my energy that I was not enough, that I was not smart. And so here's the exercise that I used. It's in my book. Like I said, I'll be happy to send it to you, David@dmeltzer.com. There's exercises of Cancel, Clear, Connect as well that I can send to you. But this is what I do. I take what I'm most afraid of, and I shut my eyes. Don't do this around anyone to think you're crazy. But I shut my eyes and I picture what I'm most afraid of. And then I find the light in it. I use my lens of productivity, accessibility, and gratitude to find a light. The light can be any color. It's imaginary. It just appears. And I cover what I'm most afraid of or angry with or separate from or guilty from or resentful from, whatever those negative thoughts are. And I cover it in my mind's eye with the light that has been provided to me by my imagination, the strongest power that I have. Because that which I imagine, the minute I imagine it, it becomes a possibility. If I become inspired by that imagination, it's a probability. And if I can effectuate it with discipline, strategy, and awareness, it becomes my reality. But anyway, I'm going to make my negative thought a reality of exit, of dissipation and delusion by covering it with the light. And then in the same mind's eye, I look and see a picture of something that I love unconditionally. It could be my family, it could be my children, it could be my business, it could be Bananas Foster's cheesecake, whatever you dig. But anyway, you take the light from what you're scared of or separate from the most, and then you cover it with the light of what you love the most. So now, with our eyes closed, we have what we are scared of the most and what we love the most unconditionally, all underneath one big ball of light, which can be of any color because it's just imaginatory and produced from you. And then take that light and cover yourself and then hold it there. You actually will feel your energy shift. Now, some things of mine have taken 9 minutes. Some things have taken 9 years in order to shift my energy. But until you shift your energy, that internal thermostat has not shifted. And so Cancel, Clear, Connect, once again, is in my book. Happy to send it to you, or the exercise guide on this, david@dmeltzer.com, or text me 949-298-2905. Okay, that's how you do it. Let's move on. How can we be giving but not let others take advantage of us at the same time? Nobody can take advantage of you. Trust everyone and be accountable for vetting them. Vet them according to what you want to give of yourself. And once you give, you have resolved all ownership of what you've given, so you can't be taken advantage of. Once you've given it, it's no longer yours. You've given it with the intent that you did, and you have gone ahead, regardless of whether someone lies to you, cheats to you, oversells, manipulates you. People stole from me, right? And I get it. I didn't vet well enough. I'm accountable. I trust everyone, but I have been a ferocious vetter. All those people that work with me have seen this evolution of vetting people. Because people will say anything, and desperate people will say anything and more. There's so many good, desperate people that do really effed up things. It's incredible. So I have learned to trust everyone, but take accountability for vetting it. Therefore, I can never be taken advantage of from others because I am accountable for anything that I've given to others. And I'm pleased with it, even if they stole it from me. I just resolved that is that they need it more than I did, and I should have vetted them better. Anyway, I move on. You are not taken advantage of. Be accountable, be gracious, be forgiving, and you will live an inspired life. You will be proud of everything that comes through you to others, whether they oversold you, manipulated, lied, or cheated you. That has nothing to do with you. That just makes them a liar, a cheater, manipulator, overseller, back-end seller, not you. You're an unconditional giver that doesn't vet well enough if it's against or not aligned with your values. I tend to be hesitant when asking for help. There's the great word. You know what? That's the word that I should talk about when I say, who here likes to give? And everyone, almost as a response of the primal beings that we are, raise our hand. But when I say, who here likes to receive? It's hesitant in energy. It's hesitant to ask for help and to receive. How do we get over that? Practice. Practice, and if you want, here's the question to practice with. It's a subtle question. It's an easy question. It's an effortless question. Do you know anyone that can help me? And practice doing it in person every day. Practice doing it via email every day. I still check my sent box every single day to see how many times I ask, do you know anyone that can help me with my free training on Friday, giving away my book, giving away exercises, the TV show 2-Minute Drill, the playbook, sharing all the different content that I have. Do it. Don't be hesitant. And the only way we stop hesitancy is get clear, balance, and focus and confident in it. You need to practice asking in person, via email, also by phone, right? I'm a big toughness and telephone guy. Phone is not just texting, it's calling as well. asking someone when you're in a conversation, either text or voice, do you know anyone that could help me? And then finally, traditional media and social media, which modifies, amplifies, and perpetuates traditional things. Don't be hesitant. Lessen, resolve, dissipate, and dissolve hesitancy by practicing. The more that we practice, the more consistent we are, the more clear, balanced, and focused we get at achieving what we want to achieve. How do we take inventory of our own generosity? Do you have specific goals about how and who and how many who's you're generous to? I try to take my emotional being out of my giving. And so I predetermine percentages of every dollar that I have of where it would go. And, within the context of some of the areas, helping out my community or helping out my state or helping out my country or helping out the world, I have some variance. I have some movement within where I give. I also keep 10%, on the lottery ticket side of things, because I like to give as a lottery ticket, not specifically for real lottery tickets, but in the investment sense. Otherwise, I'm into compound interest, exponential growth, and acceleration. I give everything through me to others, starting with the people that are most intimate and closest to me, all the way out to the world. In a certain percentage of every dollar. That way, all I do is focus in on receiving all the dollars. I already know where they're going because all that emotional interference is gone. When people ask me, I'll let them know, sorry, that wasn't in my plan for this year. Please apply next year. Ask me next year if it's not within, a certain deference that I have to allow myself to do a certain amount of things. But very important, I think, to extract your emotions from your giving. How can I build more momentum towards my goals? I feel like I'm spinning my wheels a lot of the time. Number one, ask for help. Find someone that's in the situation you want to be in and ask them, do you know anyone that could help me? 2, stay consistent and persistent in being stuck. Remember, being stuck, it's like I give this analogy during COVID. I bought a pair of tennis shoes for my son. I felt like 3 weeks later he didn't fit in them. He's like, Dad, I'm stuck in these. Can you help me get out of them? I'm like, you're kidding me. I just bought those. And then I realized, wow, when we're stuck, we're growing, we're accelerating, we're expanding like his feet. We may not witness it like anyone that's a parent looking at their child every day. We don't witness how much they've grown. But if you're stuck, that's a good thing. Lean in. Be more consistent, more persistent in the pursuit of your potential. Get stuck being stuck. Ask for help, and you will not spin your wheels. You will break through into another level of learning zone, another level of comfort zone, and continue to grow, expand. Remember segmentation, right? That's how I built my brand. 2 people, 4, 8, 16, 32. Most people quit because you're not 25% of the way there until, if it's a 20-year segmentation that you're looking at, until 18 years. You're 50% of the way there, 19 years, 100% of the way there in 20 years. Most people want to be halfway there in 10 years. Therefore, according to the math and the perception that they have, they feel like they're spinning their wheels because their senses are too weak to determine the way they think, say, do see, smell, touch, hear things. They can't tell how much they're growing and accelerating because compound interest, which if you want to study like Einstein's rule of 72 or whatever it may be, if you get 1% better, it'll take you 72 segments to get 100% better. It's very simple math. We can't see the 1%. So you need to, like I said, trust that you are exactly where you're supposed to be at the right place at the perfect time. Use the law of gravity, Goya, and attraction to angle to what you want, and then use your faith to know that you'll end up somewhere even better with acceleration, growth, and compound interest using the rule of 72 of Einstein or other types of situations. Remember, people don't mind hard, but they don't like long. You need to shift your perspective and appreciate the pursuit, not attaching your emotions to an outcome. Doesn't mean you don't have goals. I put goals all the time. I put the word minimum in front of my goals. So I want a minimum of this or a minimum of that. But I never limit myself, and I'm always enjoying the consistent, persistent pursuit of my potential by detaching my emotions from a certain outcome. I'm angling to where I want. I have faith that I'll end up somewhere better or better my situation. How to get out of the victim mentality or complex. Okay. If you feel like you're a victim and everything's happening to you, you need to take time to find the light, the love, and the lessons. You need to truly work on your gratitude, forgiveness, and accountability. You need to be thankful for all the things that are happening to you. You need to forgive yourself so you can give forgiveness to others. And you need to take accountability. If you are accountability, you will have complete control and you won't feel like a victim. If you're seeking the life, love, and lessons, the light, love, and lessons in what you're doing, you won't feel like a victim. Pain is not a stop sign. It's not a punisher. It's a turn signal. It's just indicating that you have a different direction to go from a lesson you're going to learn, a better direction to go, a better place, a better situation, or to make your situation better. You are not a victim if you have gratitude, forgiveness, and accountability. You are not a victim if you're empowering yourself in order to find the light, the love, and the lessons in everything that you do. Hi, David. Thanks for taking your time and energy to share during the holiday season. Much appreciated. I appreciate everybody here that came, especially Josh, who made that video. Man, I was crying the whole time. I want to really thank you, Josh Medlin. Incredible producer, man. Incredible talent. We'll see him with an Academy Award someday. Hopefully he'll return the favor and thank Uncle Dave. How do we shift our energy and keep it consistent so our mentality is one of abundance and more than enough? Can you expand on life going through us and how we employ that? Well, really, it's instituting the practice of ending fear, right? Most people don't take the time to identify what they're afraid of and why they're afraid. Most people don't do that. So there's 4 steps in this process that you're asking about what we do. 1, identify primal fears, right? The Freudian fears, and then especially identify the secondary fears, right? The need to be right, offended, separate, inferior, superior, anxious, frustrated, etc. And so if you can do that, then ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Allow yourself to breathe through your nose, out through your mouth, drop down to your higher self, your neutral self, your center, and then roll in the right direction. Remember, when you are in that world of not enough, when you are a victim, when you have pain, remember, when you have ego, your mind, your body, and soul are on fire. When you're on fire, even during the holidays, stop, drop, and roll. Have you played the PS5? Not yet, but I've watched my son play hours and I've laughed and had fun and enjoyed him enjoying playing, especially Madden. He's really good and he loves to make the Chargers win, something that Spanos can't do, Miles can do on PS5. All right, how to get better at trusting the universe. Practice. Whenever someone says, how do I get better at something? The way the human continuum works, the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious work is practice. It's the ability to enjoy the consistent everyday, persistent without quit, pursuit of your potential. That's how it's done. How are you able to transfer your frequency into a video like that and create such a powerful emotional connection? Energy is energy. And so it's the people and the energy of giving that creates that frequency. And the music and everything is at that frequency. Likes attract likes. So as you build a video and you're authentic to your frequency, you're strengthening your signal. You're clarifying a spectrum that you're reaching, that frequency. And then finally, the actual meaning, the hearing, like we said, is much more meaningful and purposeful and passionate. Is there someone who has inspired you to give? My mom. When I went bankrupt, I had to tell my mom not only that I had failed, the most embarrassing thing I thought I'd ever have to admit to her, but more importantly, I lost her house. And so I thought it would crush her. And so from that day on, when she looked at me and I knocked on her door and crying and telling her, Mom, I've lost everything, and even worse, I've lost your house, you're going to have to move. And she looked at me and just said, are you okay? Do you need anything? Can I give you some money? I love you. I like to tell all of you right now, just like I tell my mom every day, that I'm happy, I'm healthy. I love you all and appreciate you all. May you all be giving and live in a world of limitlessness and infinity. May you live in a world of more than enough of everything for everyone. May you empower others, to empower others to be happy. Please reach out to me, get the exercises, the guides, try out for 2-minute drill, check out the playbook on Spotify, Entrepreneur, and every platform. All you got to do is reach out to me, david@dmeltzer.com, 949-298-2905 to join my text community. We will have a New Year's training next week, so please join us again every Friday for the last 20 years. We're going to be here steady Eddie every week. Please remember, most importantly, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you so much.